Yo, what is going on, everybody? And in today's video we're going to be covering everything that you guys need to know before season 1 reloaded. Before we get into the video, I just want to say that if you guys do love Call of Duty content, I highly recommend you guys go down below and drop a sub with the post notifications bell turned on so you guys never miss a video, because you guys are not going to want to miss what we have planned here. And without further ado, let's get right on into the patch notes. The first little bit of information that we got for you guys is the fact that this is going to be a full title update. Because this is the season 1 reloaded update, that means that we are going to have to actually do a full-on install, and upon that install we're going to have to open the game and the update is going to require a restart. The next thing that we got for you guys is a few of the bug fixes and changes that they are going to be doing in the season 1 reloaded update, which is going to be coming here on the Trello board. As you guys can see right here, here are the global known issues, here are the multiplayer issues, and there are the zombies known issues. Now anything with orange means that there is a fix scheduled for season 1 reloaded, and anything with red means that it is currently being investigated. So as you guys can see, the royalty tiger and the ghoulie camo are appearing a little bit too bright in certain areas of the map, and that is being investigated. No stock attachment for the XRK Stalker sniper rifle, which is the new DLC sniper rifle. You cannot previously unlock the no stock attachment, but now a fix is scheduled for season 1 reloaded, which means that you guys should be able to unlock that upon the update. Some players cannot view the event tab in the UI, and I've actually been asked this quite a bit, where people have gone up to me and asked, why is it that I can't see the event tab? Well, now that the magma camo is going to be cycled out and the event is over, we're going to be getting a new event, and that should be no trouble accessing that event tab once that new event starts. We'll go more into that event later in detail, but for now let's just keep on going through all of the patch notes. Now here are the multiplayer known issues. The firing range dummy health does not match the health of real players, which means that basically whenever you guys enter that firing range and you guys kill a certain amount of bots, that is not the accurate TTK to what it would be to kill a real player. So they're going to be fixing that in the season 1 reloaded update, and this will hopefully make it a little bit easier to identify and kind of narrow down which guns are going to be meta and which guns are definitely not. Another issue from multiplayer was the priceless camo challenge for the Stormender not progressing. That should also be getting fixed within the season 1 reloaded update because a fix is scheduled. And then of course there is the after infill field of view can be set higher than expected. This has been an issue for a lot of console players as far as I know, and this is currently still being investigated and should probably be scheduled a fix by max season 2. For some of these zombies issues, here's going to be a few of them right here, where they are still investigating that some players report losing contents of the acquisition stash after an exfil or entering the zombies menu. And during my Borealis camo grind, this probably happened to me about a total of 2 times, so it's not too big of a problem, but they are trying to investigate it and schedule a fix for that as soon as possible. Another known issue is that the HUD visual stacks when using akimbo weapons in zombies. This is going to be fixed in season 1 reloaded, as you guys can see right there. And then a final issue that is still being investigated in zombies is that some players are unable to complete the deploy to Zakev's stronghold step in order to defeat the Act 3 story mission. Alright, so now you guys kind of know what to expect in terms of the season 1 reloaded patch notes. Now another major thing that they are going to be doing in this update is, as you guys remember, a few weeks ago Raven put out a tweet saying that they were going to be introducing a new way to win in Warzone called the covert exfil, and they were actually going to be bringing in a weapons case, and this is kind of something that we've already seen from DMZ, and I did address that I had a little bit of concerns for this because I felt like Warzone 2 was a monstrosity because they were trying to push the DMZ agenda way too much, and that was the downfall of Call of Duty. That was the reason why our year was as bad as it was. And so obviously I was very vocal on Twitter and on my channel about these changes, but then I didn't really care too much for it because I was a Rebirth content creator. But as you guys can see on the screen right here, Raven has decided to actually cancel the update for the covert exfil and weapons case in season 1 reloaded due to increased community feedback and the fact that the community was also worried about how this was going to affect Warzone, just as I was, and they were actually thinking on adding it to its own dedicated mode so that way people will still be able to try this amazing feature, but it won't be as forced as it was in Warzone, which I think is absolutely incredible. I think that this is definitely the direction that they should have gone in the first place, and who knows, with this being a part of a dedicated mode, this could probably be a lot of good news for some DMZ players out there. Maybe this will be the way that Treyarch and Sledgehammer start to integrate a little bit more DMZ type stuff into their game, and it won't just be zombies or DMZ, but rather both. Now, another thing that we want to cover is the fact that earlier I was talking about that we were going to be having a new event upon Season 1 Reloaded, and if you guys actually go to the Battle Pass, there seems to be a sector that is locked right now, and we have not got any confirmation or word on what is going to be lying within this sector. So my bet is that within this sector, it is going to be something to do with our new event, which is going to be another collaboration with the boys because of their new season that is going to be releasing in the summer of this year. Now, the new operators that we're going to be getting in the store are going to be Firecracker and A-Train. You guys can see the bundles right here on the screen. And in multiplayer, we're going to be getting a new mode, kind of equivalent to the Warzone mode that we got back in the first collaboration with the boys, where it is essentially kill confirmed, but whenever you guys kill someone, they drop temp V, and whenever you pick up the temp V, you get a superpower like the ones that we got previously, like laser vision and super jump. However, because this is a new event and there's new content that needs to be added, I wouldn't doubt that they are adding in a sort of like a superpower where you get super speed. I think that if they brought that into Warzone, that would also be a really cool addition, just kind of a nice little stim boost that you would get whenever you inject the temp V into yourself, and you have a cool little A-Train effect behind you. I think that is something really cool to integrate, but we will see when Warzone gets its update for Season 1 Reloaded. And then obviously, because it is a new event, that means that there is going to be new event challenges. So obviously that means that we're going to be using possibly those superpowers that you get from temp V in the mode, and you will be able to unlock a new weapon blueprint or camo based off of doing those challenges. And obviously Warzone is definitely going to have to be getting an update, because there's no way that they are going to be giving superpowers to multiplayer and then give multiplayer superpower challenges and not Warzone. There still has to be a way for people who only solely play Warzone to unlock this blueprint or camo. So you guys will not have to worry about that. Warzone will in fact be getting a ton of new content, a ton more content possibly than multiplayer, as a matter of fact, because the only thing that we have gotten confirmation for in terms of multiplayer content is just a few bug fixes, a new 6v6 map by the name of Rio, and that temp V mode. Now, in terms of Warzone, a big update that a lot of people were actually not expecting was the update to the nuke contract, the Champions Quest. Now, if you guys remember before, back in Warzone 2, the Champions Quest was a nuke contract that you can get after 5 consecutive wins. After those 5 consecutive wins, the contract will be placed at a random point on the map, and then you guys will be able to pick up the contract, get a bunch of nuke parts like plutonium and all that stuff, and then you guys would build a nuke in the end zone and blow up the map, and then you guys would get a nuke skin that you guys can see on the screen right here, and nuke banners, just kind of set you apart from a bunch of people. Farther down the line, they also eventually added a nuke camo that looked really nice. I actually wish that I got this camo myself. The change that they made to the nuke contract was that you can now steal someone's nuke. So if someone was to get 5 consecutive wins in a game and there is a contract on the map, you are not going to be possibly the only team going for that contract anymore, but rather a ton of people are going to be going for that contract to try to steal it from you and to get their first nuke win. So now in the game, you guys should probably be seeing a ton more Champions quests that you guys can not only prevent but steal. So that's going to be a large change in the gameplay aspect of the game. I mean, I cannot wait to get my first nuke just by legitimately getting wins and all that. I could not imagine having the risk of it being stolen from me, working so hard after those 5 games, sweating my ass off, but we're just gonna have to see how that works out. So on top of that change, you can now also get a nuke by not just singularly 5 consecutive wins, but you can also get a new contract by winning 30 accumulated matches. So for someone who's not really above average or too competitive, instead of just playing 5 consecutive games and winning every single one, you will be able to basically win 30 games. Doesn't matter how many times you lose in between, doesn't matter how many games you leave or anything like that. So long as you win 30 accumulated games, you should be fine. And just as I said before, this new contract will be able to be stolen by anybody, so you guys are going to have to be very careful with the way that you approach how to do this new contract, because it is a very hard contract. But that is all that we know about the Season 1 Reloaded update in terms of today. I was waiting for some more confirmation and patch notes earlier this morning, but they unfortunately only put out some little blog about how to play Rio, which no one cares about, unfortunately. So make sure you guys come back to the channel tomorrow, where we're going to be covering the 2 new weapons that they are going to be releasing in tomorrow's update. Again, if you guys did enjoy this video and you guys found it helpful or informative, I highly recommend that you guys go down below and drop a sub with the post notifications bell turned on, so that way you guys never miss an upload, because because you guys are not going to want to miss what we have planned here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Later.